Everybody, here to read Chapter 2 of The Biggest Story by Kevin DeYoung, illustrated by Don Clark. If you remember where we left off after Chapter 1, Adam and Eve disobeyed God. They were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, but God promised He was going to send somebody that was going to make things right. And so that is where we left off. Today we are in Chapter 2. So if I can get my hand real quick, I'm going to read from Chapter 2. This is going to be the story of Noah's Ark, which some of you are familiar with. So listen up here as I read for Chapter 2. Sadly, things got a lot worse before they got a lot better. Adam and Eve had several kids, including two brothers named Cain and Abel. Abel trusted God, but Cain did not. And when God accepted Abel's gift and not Cain's, Cain got very angry. So angry, so hurt, so jealous that he killed his brother. In fact, it was the first murder in history, but it wouldn't be the last. Illustrations there. Things were not the way they were supposed to be. Everything fell apart after sin entered the world. Things got so bad, so fast, that God decided to start over. The people on the earth were terribly wicked in their hearts. All the time, every day, non-stop. They didn't deserve to enjoy God's world anymore, so God took it from them. Or, more exactly, He took them from it. He sent a flood that wiped away everyone and everything because it had been stained with sin. And there is the ark in the flood. Well, almost everything. God saved one family on the earth, one family that trusted Him and believed what He said. Noah and his wife and their sons and their wives were spared. They lived for a lot of days with a lot of animals and a big boat called the ark, and it rained and rained. And I'm going to hit the pause button for a second because the baby's getting a little fussy. I'm going to get her mom to take her so she's not a distraction in this video. So, come on, Mom. Thank you. All right, so back to it. We have Noah and his family, and God has saved them. They're on an ark for a lot of days with a lot of animals, and it's raining a lot. So that's where we left off. God was going to start over with His creation. He was angry with the world that hated Him, but He was still at work to save the world that He loved. That's why He rescued Noah and his family. God wanted to give His people another shot. God was going to start over with a new world, and Noah was going to be a new kind of Adam. There you can see rainbow. The problem was that Noah was too much like the first Adam. It didn't take long after they got off of the boat for Noah to do some pretty bad stuff himself. He trusted God enough to build an ark when everyone laughed at him. But it turns out he could be just as foul as everybody else. Even one of Noah's sons got cursed, just like everything got cursed back in the garden. History was repeating itself. Whether it was Adam or Noah, the first world in the beginning or the second world after the flood, people just couldn't get things right. One time, a whole bunch of people got together to build a giant tower. They thought they could build all the way up to heaven, but it must not have been all that big because God had to come down just to see it. And when God saw it, He was not pleased. Everyone was working together, which was okay, but they weren't working for God, and that was not okay. They were trying to show how smart and impressive they could be all on their own. They thought they didn't need God, so God mixed up all their languages and scattered the people all over the place. Things were still not going well in the world God had made. Thankfully, God was still not done saving His people. And that is the end of Chapter 2 of The Biggest Story. You can check on the website. We'll have a downloadable handout for y'all to do an activity. This is called Safe in the Boat. It looks like that. And there's instructions on what to do with it. You can color it, and you can also mark up the things it says to mark up on there. So this one should be a fun one. Print out a couple different ones and do them as a family, and then let us know how they turn out. Show us how they look. Send them our way. We would love to see how you guys are doing with these activities and crafts. So miss you guys. We'll be back on Thursday for Chapter 3, and we'll talk to you real soon. Have a good day.